evening, our beloved viewers. It's 9 p.m. You are watching on live RTD channel. Coming up, the major stories of today. Strengthening of partnership and opening of the first Ethiopian Heritage Cultural Festival. And on the international scene, the Delta variant imposes its rhythm on European countries which are strengthening. Those were the headlines. Thanks for joining us in our newsroom. It was today the first cultural festival, Tasted of Ethiopia. It is a great cultural and tourist event that opened early this morning at the Kampeski Palace Hotel, the first cultural festival under the theme of Tasted of Ethiopia. This large-scale event was organized by the European travel agency known as Numondo, organized with the support of National Tourism Agency of Djibouti and the Chamber of Commerce. The main objective was to make Ethiopia known to the Djiboutian public through the sharing of culture, a day that serves as a showcase for the know-how of our neighboring country. This event was filled with the cultural heritage, sound, traditional dances, and several other exhibitions endlessly reveal the immense wealth of Africa. The public, which came in large numbers, go to it through the countless screening. In short, a day that serves as curiously in a journey on Ethiopian history and identity, but also a crossroads to discover.
The ministers are coming.
Once the festival and the various dances were over, the first culture forum under the theme Tested of Ethiopia opened. This forum, first of its kind in the Kapeski Palace Hotel early this morning, was placed under the aegis of the Minister of Trade and Tourism, Mr. Mohamed Warsama, and his Ethiopian counterpart, Ms. Hirit Kasso, in an approach that is a part of the perspective of making Ethiopia known to the Djiboutian public through the sharing of culture between the two countries, apart from the usual articulations marked by the various artistic and cultural service, exhibition, fairs, and a conference meeting between Ethiopia operators took place. These operators, who made up a representative and director of hotels, tour operators, and restaurants, and their Djiboutian counterparts, the main objective is to significantly strengthen cooperation and partnership in the tourism sector, considered as a strategic sector for the economic development of the two countries. It should be noted also that this cultural festival illustrates the partnership which will make it possible to combine effort and take advantage of the comparative advantage between the two countries in terms of tourism. The president of the Chamber of Commerce, Mr. Yusuf Musa Dawale, specified that this first exhibition of its kind strengthened and a lasting business relation between professionals in the tourism sector and make it possible to strengthen the cooperation and exchange of information. This is how to boost tourism at a regional and international level. In her speech, the Ethiopian Minister of Tourism and Culture, Ms. Hirit Kasso, said that this exhibition once again illustrates so well the historical cooperation. Let's listen to her.
Djibouti have long-standing
people-to-people relationships. The two friendly countries also have multifaceted cooperation and bilateral ties in various sectors, including culture, tourism, and sports. The government of the two countries are also committed to strengthen strategic cooperation for mutual benefits. In terms of resource, Ethiopia and Djibouti have many natural, cultural, and historical attractions to offer international tourists. We have diverse physical, historical, and cultural resources which provide excellent opportunities for tourism development. However, challenges as poor marketing and promotion, as well as lack of effective coordination, delayed us from benefiting more from the industry. It is obvious that progress on tourism need coordinated efforts. To this end, I strongly believe that the two countries should work in close collaboration now more than ever before.
For his part, the Minister of Trade and Tourism, Mr. Mohamed Warsama Diriye, highlighted the importance of this sector, which brings together the cultural heritage and civilization dimension of two countries. He added that this first exhibition of its kind strengthened the lasting business relation between a professional in the tourism sector and make it possible to strengthen the cooperation and exchange all the information to boost tourism at the regional and international level. An official handover ceremony for the hairdressing and cooking equipment as a part of the employment of women, the Center for Action and Employment of Women, known as CASAF, hosted an official handing over ceremony for hairdressing and cooking equipment by the Minister of Commerce, so with full support from the executive strengthen. This action is part of a partnership between CASAF and the Reinforced Integrate framework and will enable learners to acquire the skills necessary for the exercise of their profession. The official handover ceremony was chaired by the Secretary General of the Ministry of Commerce, Mr. Ali Daoud, and the Secretary General of the Ministry of Women, Ms. Anissa Hassan Bahdon. The Secretary General of the Ministry of Commerce, Mr. Ali Daoud, confirmed that organizing this occasion dedicated to the official delivery of hairdressing and cooking tools aim to stand by the women and support them in order to achieve and practice on the ground what we learn during the various courses in which we participate by providing them with the necessary tools that enable them to carry out their profession. He also noted that the Minister of Commerce will spare no effort in order to enrollment to the committee of the Ministry of Women and all the partners to work jointly and move forward with regard to women's affairs. Like the rest of the world, Djiboutian vibrate to the rhythm of Euro 2020, which is currently taking place on the old continent. Thus, last night at the screening site established everywhere by the Secretary of State in charge of sport in the capital, as in the region of interior or even in the sub-region, the Djiboutian youth in all its components gathered to live the passion of football for the occasion. Yesterday's game pitted Spain against Swaziland in the quarter final for the competition. Spain was very scared, largely throughout the meeting. The selection was put on penalties, but Swiss team reduced to 10 at the end of the match. Still about sport news, Tajora complex screening on the evening of Friday, July 2 at the large hall of a sport complex at the quarter final of Euro 2021. This quarter final in the form of a projection saw the participation of the Secretary General of the state in charge of sport, Ms. Khadija Ibrahim Idris, the staff of sport complex, the president of the ADDS Association, and the president of the Association of AGV, as well as the general public of football fans. This projection is very useful for the youth who did not benefit from television in their respective homes. It is a joy share between the young people who did not follow this 21 European Cup for lack of place to watch the matches of European camp in Tajora Sport Complex. Moving on to the international scenes, the Delta variant imposes its rhythm on European countries which are tightened screw. Portugal again imposes a night curfew from this Friday in 45 municipalities, including Lisbon and the city of Porto. In question the Delta variant, there are now 26 cities rated as a high risk and 19 as a very high risk. Traffic in the streets will be limited from 11 p.m. to 5 a.m. This is the first step taken by the government in an attempt to stem the more infectious Delta variant, which is hiding the country. This is it for this edition. Thanks for watching and have a wonderful evening.